So to do unit rate and ratio problems, you need to use proportions. And what is a proportion? Well, a proportion is just a comparison between two equivalent fractions. To solve proportions, there's just two simple steps. First, you cross multiply, and then you divide. Let's look at some examples. Out of 80 students surveyed, 16 have a cat. Based on these results, how many students would have a cat out of 160 students? Well, to solve any of these problems, you use proportions. So you can draw a bar like this equals another bar. It says 80 students surveyed, 16 have a cat. So you can put 16, it doesn't matter. You can put the 80 on the top and 16 on the bottom, or 16 on the bottom, 80 on the top. It doesn't matter. Just make sure you label them. So let's put 80 students right here, 80 students, and then 16 have a cat. So you're gonna put 16 of the students have a cat. And then we're trying to find out how many would have a cat out of 160 students. You must put the 160 up here because student goes with student, cat goes with cat. So we're trying to find out how many has a cat. So set it up like this. Cats go on the bottom, students go on the top. Or you can put students on the bottom and cats on the top, but don't mix match them. So like this, set it up like this. So we're trying to find out how many would have a cat out of 160 students. So this is how you would set it up. So you would multiply, cross multiply. So you would multiply 16 by 160. Which is 2,560. 2,560. And then you would divide, the second step is divide by the only number left, which is 80. So you would do 2,560 divided by 80, which is 32. So the answer is 32. That would be what the question mark is, 32. So 32 students have a cat. So that's your answer, 32. Let's try this one down here. You breathe 20 times in 4 minutes. How many minutes will it take to breathe 100 times? Again, write a proportion. You can put times on the top and minutes on the bottom, or minutes on the bottom and times on the top. It doesn't matter. Let's put times on the top. So 20 times in 4 minutes. We're trying to find out how many minutes it will take to breathe 100 times. So we said times goes on the top, so we're gonna put times up here. 100 times, but we're trying to find out how many minutes will it take. So that's gonna have a question mark. How many minutes? Minutes go on the bottom. Okay, so now that we have written our proportion, we cross multiply. That's the first step, cross multiply. So you cross multiply. 10 times 4, or 100 times 4 is 400. And then you divide by what's left. You divide by 20. So you're gonna do 400 divided by 20, which is 20. So the answer is 20 minutes. You'll have 20 minutes to breathe 100 times. So that's how you use proportions. You set out the proportion by putting a certain unit on the top and the other on the bottom, and then you solve for the unknown by cross multiplying and dividing. So, yep, ask me if you have any questions.